how well do these hold up in wet conditions? That's just one of the questions we're going to be answering in today's review of the Salomon XT-6 GTX in the black, Lunar Rock, and Ebony colorway. Welcome back to another video. My name is Jeffrey, and I want to make this review of this sneaker really fast, really quick, and to the point. So let's just jump right into it. So we have the sneaker right here in our hands, and we're just going to be breaking down the sneaker from the bottom to the top. Okay, now starting off with the bottom of the sneakers, we can actually see that it's a mud Conta-Grip outsole, and you can see it has a very deep, sharp lugs, and it can grip on any type of terrain, whether it's soft, loose, rugged. This sneaker is going to do the job because this originally is a hiking sneaker, but you know, the wave from sneakerheads, TikTok, you know, reels, all these people getting into the Gore-Tex and all that stuff. This sneaker is no longer just a trail sneaker. It has a cult following, and it's going to be now just a regular everyday sneaker, and it's honestly a beautiful colorway overall. The wave is going up and up. It's not going to stop anytime soon. As you can see, the bottoms prove it right then and there that this is actually originally a hiking sneaker. Okay, now moving on to the midsole of the sneaker, we see that it says ACS on the midsole right there, and basically that stands for Agile Chassis System. This system is going to provide extreme stability and dampening when you're walking and running on that terrain, and it's also in conjunction working extremely well with the Energy Cell midsole, and it's just going to provide an overall comfort when you're taking the steps in this sneaker. Now, people have confused and mixed reactions whether the sneaker is comfortable or not. If you're just wearing this for everyday regular, you probably have to break them in. 1, 2, the sneaker is actually a very narrow sneaker, so when we talk about sizing, we'll get into that, but maybe that's also causing discomfort for some people. There's a lot of factors that go into play with the type of sneakers because they're mainly for something else, not for everyday casual use. So we'll get into that later, but for now, let's move on to the uppers of the sneakers. You can see that the upper is actually made from an abrasion resistant TPU material that's actually wrapped around from heel to the toe box, back to the heel again. And honestly, the color they chose for it, this nice black, deep black, it looks amazing on this sneaker. There's so many shades of gray / black on this that this is absolutely a must have if you are a Salomon XT-6 fan. Now the membrane, or I'm pretty sure what that is the part between the uppers of the sneaker and the inner lining, is going to be that GTX material, and that's going to prevent the water from seeping all the way through. It's actually going to prevent, or that is why the sneaker is waterproof, and that is actually something we're going to be demonstrating later on in the video. For me, I will say that the GTX in this sneaker works extremely well. When I wear this in any rain, in any water, harsh conditions like this sneaker stood up to the test, and I did not get a single part of my sock wet at all, not a single part of my foot wet ever. I will say there are a lot of mixed reviews about this. People say that it's definitely not breathable, which, I mean, if you're gonna get a waterproof sneaker, you kind of lose the ability of breathability in the sneaker. That's just a given. Even though for me it wasn't even that much of a problem, it wasn't that big of a deal, I was still able to comfortably wear the sneaker and my feet did not sweat in it. So that's just something I'm just letting y'all know. It's definitely not breathable, but I didn't have a problem with it. But people have had problems with it and complained. Also along the upper is going to be this mesh, and it's a single layer of mesh all along the upper, and it stays very close to the foot, so you know exactly where you're going, where you're stepping, what you're feeling. So definitely helps with the running or hiking aspect of this sneaker in general. Now I'd say that the lining, the sock liner, is actually the perfect amount. It's not overdoing it like a SB Dunk, and it's not there like a Stan Smith Adidas. It's there, perfect amount, extreme comfort for me. So this sneaker actually does use an ortholite insole, so you know how those go. Extremely comfortable, maximum cushioning. Anytime you have an ortholite insole, you're gonna have a good time. It's not gonna hurt your feet. You can stand on it for hours at a time. You'll be fine. For me, I wore these to work 9 hours a day, and before and after also the commute. So, and for me, they were extremely comfortable in my opinion. I will say the comfort on these, honestly, 7.5 out of 10 comfort on these. And that's compared to like New Balance 993s, New Balance 990 V4s, all those types of New Balance. I'm comparing it to those. In ASIC Cayenne 14, I'm comparing it to those which are like 9.5/10s. It's not that bad. It's actually pretty comfortable in my opinion, maybe even an 8. But I would have to give it a couple more wears just so I can officially give that rating. Now, my sneaker is actually different than yours would be if you ordered it. I actually put these laces in. I added these laces just to give it a nice, more pop, more effect, because the laces are black with a white lining. So I think that is like the inverse of this pattern that's on the side, and I think that just adds for more detail to the sneaker that didn't even need it. I should also not forget to mention that this has a lace pocket, so when your laces are done, you have them all laced up, you could tuck them in to the pocket right here, and then just pull the tongue out and boom, the laces are gone. So that's pretty cool. I didn't really know that until like recently. And yeah, I think that's a very nice detail. On the sock we actually have an S for Salomon right there, and we have Salomon racing product right here on the tongue. Also on the front of the sneaker we have the Gore-Tex logo, and on the back we also have the XT-6 Gore-Tex logo with soft ground written under it. We have the Salomon logo plastered in big beautiful letters on the outside of the sneaker so people know. And we have in the inner foot with the Sensi fit right here in red. And let's not forget this quick lacing technology. You just pull this right down, boom, done, and tuck it in. You're good to go. You're out of here. Perfect for winter, perfect for when you need it immediately. So these sneakers will do you very well in a lot of conditions. And honestly, I'm praising this sneaker because this is one of my favorite sneakers in my collection. I remember when I first got this, I did not want to wear it. I did not want to ruin them at all. And I finally started wearing them, and I almost want to get a double up. Okay, let's quickly talk about sizing. Now for me, these run true to size. Now I'm a true size 10 and my foot is slightly wide. People have already said that it is long, and so when people say size up in these, if you're okay with all that space on the front because you just cannot and you want these because the width is too narrow, then I understand. I would recommend sizing up half a size if you're okay with that, if your foot is extremely wide. But my foot is slightly wide. I went with my true to size in these. The sock upper conformed to my foot after a couple wears, but even on the first wear it wasn't uncomfortable at all, and they fit me perfectly in a size 10. And I'm a true size 10. I wear a size 10 in the Air Force Ones, I wear a size 10 in Jordan ones, I wear a size 10 in Dunks, I wear a size 9.5 in New Balances like the 990 V3s and the 990 V4s. So my last recommendation though, however, is to go in store and try these out yourself. It's the best way to do it. That was the review of the sneaker. Honestly, it's a pretty simple sneaker. So I'm going to show you clips right now. They're going to be playing right now of me testing the sneaker in the water. I was actually at Flushing Meadows. So I went over there and I just saw a big leak of water going into a drain, and I decided to run around in that puddle and see what would happen. And honestly, my sneakers kept me dry. I did not get wet at all. I actually ended up jumping into the puddle also to see what would happen. That jump that I actually made did get my sock wet because the water splashed into my sneaker. There's no sneaker can prevent that from happening. Water jumped over into the sock lining of the sneaker and it got my shoes wet, but my toes were completely dry. If I did not do that insane jump into the water, these would have worked just perfectly fine. But as you can see, when I was walking up and down those puddles, no water got into my sneaker, none at all. The GTX membrane absolutely protected my feet perfectly. No, not a single sock was wet anytime I wore this out. For me, these were 100% waterproof, did not get wet anytime at all. Thank you for watching this video, and please consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. I'm trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber goal. If you have any comments, let me know in the comment section. I will help you with any questions and concerns that you have. Give this video a like if you like the video. Let me know your opinions on this sneaker, and this will be the on-foot portion of the video once again. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day. I'm out. Peace.